Good morning and welcome to the instructional handover video for the Pilot G690 Expression. This is a 22 model and we're going to walk you around the vehicle on the outside first, then we'll move on inside. So starting from the passenger side, we've got the high up mirrors, we've got your diesel filler point, which is just clearly marked just here. Just use the Fiat diesel, the Fiat key to gain access into that. Opening the passenger door, you'll find the bonnet release catch is just here, so just pull that down. That gives you access underneath the bonnet. We've got a toolkit underneath this seat, which we just lift up the clip. You'll see there's a toolkit there, and underneath the carpet here is where you will find the battery. So the battery is always located on a Fiat underneath there. So on here we've got blinds, which I'll show you that close off there. We've got electric windows and we've got the opening handle for the actual door. The bonnet itself will generally on these lift up from the front, and to do that there's just a little lever here that you release and that will give you access underneath. We've got positive point just there and a negative point will just be on the stalk just at the top up here. We've also got screen wash, which is just found just there, and then we've got the oil, which is just on the canopy there. Quite limited to what you can do under the bonnets. For most people it's not something that they would get involved with, but they're the sort of basics underneath it. To close it, just bring it down firmly, push it down and you'll feel that it'll lock in place just there. Lower down we've got these twist locks, so when the actual button is out proud like that, it is unlocked, but you can still drive with it. You put the key in and turn it just like so and push it in, and when it's flush fitting like that, that's when it's completely locked. So proud is drivable but not lockable, flush fitting is fully lockable, and you twist it to open it. Now here you slide it back, that will give you access to this area here, which then just lifts up. It's sort of a wet storage area that the Pilot uses. Slide it back in, like I say, just twist it like so and that will lock in place. Here we've got the Truma vent, just clearly say on it is hot, so just be careful when the system's running that you don't put anything over here or you don't touch it. And then further back we've got the rear locker area, again using the same twist locks. This will give you access into the rear garage area. On this side here we've got some storage compartments just here, and we've got a swing down panel, so you'll just pull the turnbuckle down and that will separate the two areas off. If you want, pop it back up, put the turnbuckle around, and that will secure that to have longer items in there. We've got a couple of makeup cushions, the ladders, we've got the carpets in there and the headrest in there as well. Towards the back of the vehicle we've got a bike rack, so a carry bike system, a Pro C. We've got reverse camera sort of high up above the Pilot sign, and that bike rack is designed to take 2 bikes. Round to the driver's side, so we've got access to the locker area again through the larger opening area just there. In here we've got the box for the multimedia system. There's also a light here, or sorry, a blank panel here, so if you did want to put a socket in there then you've got access to it. And again, carpets, headrests and infill cushions. I'll show you how to do the infill cushions later on in the video. So same idea, just twist it round. The door will hold in place using the door retainer as well, so that's what that is just up there. And then lower down here we've got the toilet cassette. So it is lockable with the bottom lock. Push both together and that will give you access to the toilet cassette itself. So removing the toilet cassette, you lift up the little handle here underneath, slide the unit out. You've got a vacuum button there, so press that when you're emptying, it'll flow out a lot steadier. And then you've got the spout there, which you will just turn around, take the cap off and lift up. You've got a handle and you've got wheels in there as well. When it's clean and ready to go back in, just slide it back in there and just make sure it sits over the little lip that's in the tray just there. Now you can only remove this when the blade valve is closed, and I'll show you how to do that later in the video. Next to you here, you've got the water filler point. So it's a lockable one, so it'll just twist when it's locked, and then to unlock it, you just make sure that put the key in, turn it, and it will allow you to then push it in and fill it up. It just takes a normal hose pipe to fill that up. Forward of that, we've got an external main socket and an external 12-volt socket, and then forward of that again, lifting up under here, we've got an external gas point just there. Fridge vents, just located just there. You've got an awning light and you've got a full Omnister awning. I'll send you a separate video on how to use the awning. The door will hold open using the door retainer. We've got the mains plug-in point just here. Yeah, and then we've got a little sticker here showing you where your wastewater valve is. So that is to empty your wastewater valve. You just open up the lever and it will empty out. Push it back in to close it up to allow you to fill up the wastewater tank. So that's what that is. So wastewater at the front, fresh water behind just there. Forward still, we've got another lockable area, and this is your gas locker. So in here it will hold 2 gas bottles. You've got the regulator just at the top there. We've got some fridge vents that are included with it, and then your booklets, handbooks and things like that are all included in there. So that's where your gas would go. We always recommend that you don't travel with your gas on, so turn it off as and when you're moving off site. Opening the habitation door, we pull the handle back. That will allow us to gain access to it. On here we've got a blind, and we've got a fly screen, and we've got the step button here. So by pressing the button in, it will detract the step. Pressing the bottom button will allow the step to come out. On here we've got a little button here which will turn on the awning light, and then we've got 2 other buttons above it. Now first of all, you need to turn on the sort of isolator, and what that will do is give you power to here, and it will also kick in to the touchscreen system, which allows you to run a lot of the operations on the vehicle. This one button here will do the main lights, and then you've got the second button which will do the ones in the middle. So you can turn on these lights on and off as you wish. Now you must give the entertainment system time to get up and going. So, and once it is up and running, then you will see a lot of the items are on here. Now it's all touchscreen. So if we want to put the lights on, we press the light button. If we want to put the pump on, we press the pump. But make sure you put the pump on only when you have fresh water. Yeah, we've got an option here, so you can hear your clicking of your fuses on that side of it. We've then got other options, so you can see what voltage is going into your battery. Yeah, so it's quite a smart system. You've got time and dates and hours, so you can set your time on there as well, and just close it all when you want to do it. Yeah. And there we are, back to the fresh water and the system. So on your fresh water, we need to make sure that we shut the drain valve on the fresh water tank, and I'll show you where that is now. So underneath this false panel at the back, you will find this black cap. Once you unscrew the black cap, attached to it is a little plug. The plug, those are the eagle eyes, will go into the little whites around there and will allow you to fill up the fresh water tank. To empty it, you simply just pull the plug out and then you can leave it in. But to fill it up, the plug must go into the white hole. Once it's in there, you can then close the lid, replace the floor panel, sit the catch down flush, and that will allow you then to fill up your fresh water. While I'm here and you've filled up your fresh water, you've got your toilet set. So I mentioned about the blade valve. This is the little valve here, which opens and shuts the valve for the toilet. So you must have that pushed in to allow you to use the toilet and pull the toilet out to clean it. The toilet seat itself will swivel around. You've got your flush button, your level indicators on there, and you just press it on just there when you've got water on it. But again, that takes a feed directly from your fresh water tank, guys. So always bear that in mind. Make sure the water's filled up before you do that. The boiler is located under this seat here. So you remove the cushions, pull the seat back up, and then this will give us access to the electrical system. Yeah, so your battery is there. We've got the main fuse box, so all your fuses are lined up there, and your main RCD box just on this side here. So yeah, that's where your electrical bits are. Just make sure that that's clipped back in place, and I'll show you how to do the seats. We've got storage underneath here, and then underneath the floor areas, you just push them little clips down and lift them up. We've got additional storage and access to the wastewater tank just there. So, apologies, underneath this seat, I'll move the cushions, is where you'll find your boiler. So again, moving the seats to give you access. The cushions, lift up here, you've got storage. Lift up the middle section here, which magnetises across. Will give you your room for anyone that's sitting in there. And then in here is where you will find your boiler. Just here. Just down below here is your frost protection valve. Now I'll show you how to work this probably when you come, but basically you must make sure that both the diamond at the top is turned across and the bottom is pushed down. I will show you on a slightly easier accessible model just to show you how that works, but it's a pretty much standard frost protection valve. So that must be closed for you to be able to fill up the system for your boiler. Now once you've filled up your boiler here, your fresh water tank here, your indicator will start filling up here, telling you you've got clean water. You can then start your pump. When your pump is started, it is always advisable to prime the system. So what you would do is you would turn the tap, which are clearly marked hot and cold on here, to hot, lift it up and flow the water out of there, both out of your kitchen area and out of your bathroom area, as well as your shower head here, again clearly marked on there hot and cold. Get a steady flow of water coming through. Once you've done that, close them down, and then that will allow you then to go to your heater controls to do your heating for your hot water. Now you'll see on these videos here, we're leaving it up, frost is due, so when you're emptying it, empty it out through the drain point in the fresh water tank, leave your pump running for a little bit, and then allow the water to come out of your taps and leave your taps open. It will just protect you against any frost protection in the damage in the future. It doesn't guarantee that it won't stop it from freezing, because you still have water in the element, but that's as much as you can do to protect that system, is by flushing it out, leaving the taps open. Sink obviously got a plug, and then we come to our burner systems here. So we've got 2 burner hob, so it's marked on which side is which. Once your gas is turned on, basically just turn it through and you'll hear the igniter will automatically come on. We've got a plug socket, a 12 volt socket, and we've got our USB charging points just there. Lights above, and again the blinds are the Remis blinds, so down and up, click the button across, that will do that. And then to open the windows, you must remember to push that button in. So push it in, and then on the kitchen window it's just a turnbuckle here, which will loosen or tighten to hold the window open. Loosen it and the window will come closed. Pull it tight and make sure that they're all locked in place before you move on. So again, we've got the same on the side windows. On the passenger side, the driver's side is a slide window, so you just pull that lever back and slide it open, close it through, and that's the same as the window on the driver's door side as well. Blinds work in the same way, fly screen and blinds. These little switches have a little turn on button just here, and to open the cupboard there's a little lever here, so just press the lever and it will open it up. These shelves are all removable, so you can remove them if you want to do, and just make sure it clicks in place before you do that. Cupboards around, so again all similar idea, just open them up and then that will give you access into the storage spaces for all your belongings. We've got some little spice racks on here as well. The light above, so again just has a little turn on, turn off, so you can do them individually or you can turn them off as one whole unit. So again there's several light switches around for it. There's a light switch up here as well, which works the options, and then the ones just down here. So you can choose which ones you want to do. Lower down here, we've got the Thetford duplex cooker unit. This is an oven and a grill. Turn it to the right for the oven, for the grill. Leave the actual door open. It is just one heat for the grill, and then turn it to the left. That will do the oven options, ranging from the temperatures that you see just there. Underneath, you've got a little lever again that you just press, and that will allow you then to gain access into there. Same with the cupboards underneath, so just lift them up with a little handle. You've got your utensil drawer just there, and then below you've got your larger cupboard. We've got a little push button here, so just release it out, will give you your drawer, and make sure that that's pushed in with transit. Same with the one above, push in, lift up. In here you'll find your 12 volt sockets and an aerial. So this is a Vision Plus one. Release the collar, put it up. But if you go into here and that is green, then you don't need to do anything with that. You've got a little cutout in there, which will give you access to plug in your TV, and that will just come out through the little slide thing there. And then your TV bracket, which is adjustable up and down, just like so. Into the roof lights. So these are the Remis sort of Heckies. Push the button in, pull it down, we'll lift it up, slide it back, and it will lock in place. You've got a fly screen and a blind fitted to them, as standard. Same in here. Into the cupboard here, it's on a little push fit, so just pull it towards you, but you've got access just up there. We've got storage unit just there. We've got toilet roll holder, storage in here, and again these are just using these little push fittings, so just push it in place just there. In here there's a little catch to hold it in place, and this is where your storage is. You'll see that the heater runs in here, and we've got a main socket, so you've got your little area just up there. Slide it back and then push it in. Same on the mirror side, slide it in, and on this side we've got some drawer units for all our belongings. You've got the same Hecky just in there, and then with both of these doors here we've got little catches, so all you do is just twist the catch around to release it. Make sure that they're in place for transit, and then here we've got the light switch for the bathroom and the shower area, so that's where that's located. No, you don't need to sleep with the lights on. Just remember that's where your light switch is. Plug socket just below, and then you've got your access into your garage, which is just a slide compartment here, which will give you access to any belongings that are in there. Fridge side of it. So this is the Dometic fridge. So to turn it on, you press and hold the button here, and it will light up. So your mode option. If you press the mode option, it will allow you then to navigate between battery, which only works when the engine's running, gas, which will only work when gas is on. Again, it's telling us now that there's no gas on there. Mains electric when we're hooked up to mains electric, or we could go for the auto. Now that moved quite quickly, so let's show you again. So 12 volt will only work when the engine's running, gas when the gas is turned on, and then if I electric when we're plugged into electric. But if I move to auto, you'll see it'll automatically flip to electric. Yeah, the temperature is either cooled down from minimum to maximum using the temperature button, and then away you go. So on here there's a little release button at the top and the bottom, so just make sure that they're in the right position. Towards the back is the right position, towards the front is a lockable position, and the same on the actual fridge compartment. When you turn the fridge off, you press and hold the power button, you'll see the light will go off as well. So it's quite an easy one to work, and again lockable just with them little buttons just there. Yeah. So the seat, you can see the seat is put up just there. So we've got one makeup seat there. I'll just do the other one. And underneath this panel, those are you saw the headrest. You can put the headrest in there for whoever's travelling with this particular one here. So that's where the headrest goes under there. And there you have your two travelling passenger seats. Yeah. The table itself will extend. Yeah. And will also push down. To push it down, there's just a lever here that needs to be in the right position, and it's towards the passenger side. So that lever there needs to go towards the passenger side. It will then allow you to push the table down, and then if you pull that handle back towards there, the driver's side, it will lock that table in the lower position, or any position that you push it down to. Slide it out, slide the legs down like so, and then what you'll do is you'll extend the table over, and that will allow you to formulate the bed. So I'll make the bed up for you now and show you how that works. So first of all, we put all the seat bases down. Now these are quite a good idea. These are magnetised on. So you just remove them off to give you the full width. Just like so. And the same on that side. Then with the cushion down, you'll use these two infill cushions. Now both of these have supports in the back of them that will allow you then to slide them in place. So again, make sure it's the right way for your comfort. Pretty self-explanatory which is the right way. And then slide them in the middle, just like so, and that will give you your makeup bed area, sleeping across. For those that want to know, yes, you could sleep as a single along there if you wanted to do, then you've got access to your bed, because it does make the bed accessibility with that down a bit more difficult, but it's still, for that occasional bed, an option that's usable on this vehicle. And then very quickly, we're back up and operational. The switch above is your isolator for your aerial. So it's to turn that on. So when we turn that button on, we'll see that the light comes on. Turn it off. So that's your isolator for your aerial. In all honesty, you just leave that on probably most of the time. And then, sorry, one additional bit. This little button here allows the 12-volt sockets to work. It will also kick in your head unit. Head unit, I mean the multimedia system in here. So that needs to be turned on if you want to use that as well. So you'll see that kick in a minute. In the seats themselves, there you go, starting to kick in just there. The seats themselves, you'll need to just pull that lever back, which will allow the seats to swivel around. At the front, there's a bar that allows you to move it forward and backwards. And you've also got adjusters here for the seat position. So on this side though, you just need to make sure that you're clear of your handbrake. So just slide it round. Nice and neat, and then we're set up. We've got a drinks holder here, and then we've got the quick release down. So to get the bed down, you need to put the seat quickly down. So you just press and hold that button, and the seat will fold flat, just like so. Do the same on the driver's side, and push it down. It'll allow you then to just drop the bed down. Under here, we've got storage area. We've got steering wheel controls, we've got mirror angles so you can change the mirror, heated and speakers down here, cup holders in the middle. We've got the Pioneer multimedia system, which has a quick button for the reversing camera just there. When you start it up, it'll kick the camera in. We've got the phone or navigation holder if you have your own portable navigation unit, air conditioning, lock button, traction plus, hill descent. This one's based on the 9-speed automatic. We've got passenger airbag. We've got a cooled glove box area just there, and we've got another secured area just there. We've also got some heater points just in that corner as well. For dropping the bed, you've got to release the safety buckle just there, and then just pull it down. It is advisable to move these front two cushions in, and then just allow it to go back. Push it all the way back, guys, so it sits on the bump stops. Yeah, we've got a little light up there and a storage area. We've got a good memory foam mattress on a slatted base with a safety net just in there for grandkids or them people that are worried about falling out. That'll just clip into the safety nets that are just on there as well. The ladders will hook onto there, or you simply can just hop up from the cushions depending how you want to do that. Yeah, the roof lighting here is a larger Hecker, so it's the same idea as what I've shown you on the rest of the video. And then when you're pushing it back up, you just need to make sure that you click it in place so you'll hear a firm click. And there we are, seat spun back around, bed clipped in place. You'll see that the handbrake is just on this side, just down here. And on the vehicle itself, we've got the windows. So be gentle with these, they just slide around and magnetise on. Just like so. Just firm them together. This one in the middle is a slide down one. And then the one on the side here. Again, just be gentle with them, but they will blacken out that whole area. You have got some individual little switches that you can turn on and off just there. But that's, like I say, cold area in here. If you want to connect any media systems up, then you'll see that there's a couple of points just to do it. When you're setting off, just push the two buttons together and lift it up, just like so. Yeah, you can have it set at different positions or all the way up. And again with these, just nice and gentle, and then just lock in place. Same on the driver's side. So nice and easy, and just lock in place like so. So the heating system, that can be found above the door here. So to turn it on, we'll start from the beginning. So you'll need to just press the button and it will light up. Press it again in the middle, and we've got 4 options. I'm going to tell you what the top 4 options are, and to navigate these options you've got to use this little winding wheel here. And you see every time you turn the wheel it will flash on the next icon. Yeah. So the first option we want to do is select what temperature we want it in the vehicle. So we select it, turn the wheel to the desired temperature, press the button. The next option to do is always go to the fuel source. So at the minute I'm going to select electric because we're hooked up to electric. If you're not, make sure your gas is turned on and make sure you're plugged in before you go to this panel. It'll stop and eliminate a lot of the error codes that are happening. So we've got 1 kilowatt electric and 2 kilowatt electric. We've got mix of gas and 2 kilowatts. That is your strongest option. We've got gas and 1 kilowatt electric, and then we've got gas only. As it's starting to move into the winter period, probably advise you to flick it onto the mix, even if you're on a campsite, because it'll get you up to temperature as quick as possible. Once it's up to temperature, then by all means flick it to the electric and let the electric maintain the heating in here. Yeah, so just recapping, we've got the first option, which is the motorhome with the temperature, which is the temperature that you want it to be in here. The third option, which is the source of heating that you're wanting to heat the system with. The fourth option being how fast you want the fan to work. So eco is slow, high is high. And if you select high for a minute and the pump kicks in, you can then go on to select boost, which is the quicker option. Now if you do that, like so, it will take all the power away from the hot water. So if you've no water in, you can use it this way as well. But if you've got water in the system and you're wanting to do both water and heating, it's advisable to go on high and then move it across the second icon, which is your water heater. Now never do this if you've not got water in there, but eco is 40 degrees, hot is 60 degrees, and boost will take all the power away from the blown air heating to get the water up to temperature. Now boost only works on one or the other, either on hot water or on heating. And if you do select it, it will appear above the line what you have selected. Yeah. Now, like I say, don't do this if you've no water in, like we have for demonstration purposes. But there are your 4 fundamentals. The other options at the bottom are in your handbook, but they're for your timer sequences and your time and your settings. Now the little element here will flash until it reaches temperature. Once it reaches temperature, it'll stop flashing. To turn the unit off, you press and hold the button. For those that are patient, it will tell you that you've turned it off. Always turn it off before you unplug the electric and turn off the gas. And don't turn it on until you've got gas in the vehicle and electric on if you're wanting to use both options. So that concludes the video. What we'll need to do on exiting now is turn off the 12 volt socket, turn off the lights, turn off the isolator, and then go out of the vehicle, retract the step, and then you're ready to move on. So that's the instructional video for the Pilot G690 Expression. I hope you enjoy it. Please put your feedback and comments on there. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. But most importantly, we hope you enjoy your new motorhome. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.